Good morning, dear students. I am Maheshwari Goswami, your SS teacher. Today we are going to start our SS class with Histories, chapter first, the medieval world. We already discussed about this chapter in our previous online class before summer vacation. After a long break, we are here. So I hope all of you are fine at your home. So please be care about COVID-19 and be safe at your home. Now we are going to talk about the medieval world. Dear students, you already studied about the ancient history in class 6. Now we are going to talk about the medieval period, which will start from 8th century to 18th century. Dear students, if we talk about history, then history is mostly divided into three parts. Ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. Dear students, history is divided into three parts: ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. Its division according to time. If we talk about ancient history, then in ancient history, all over the knowledge is about earliest man. We already studied about this history in class 6. Now we are going to start our medieval period, in which already discussed about the period after of ancient, and in next class we will discuss about modern history. So dear student, I think you understand better that history time period, ancient, medieval and modern. Now we are going to start our second type of history, medieval history. Dear student, medieval period is start from 8th century and lasted till 18th century. In this time period, many types of changes take place like social, religious, cultural and many type of other changes also take place in this period. So we can say that it is a main time period after ancient time which ever have many type of changes, many type of developments in this time period. After that, if we talk about medieval period, then medieval period is also divided into two parts: early medieval period and late medieval period. It's also divided into two parts: early medieval and late medieval. At first, we will talk about early medieval. Then early medieval time period focus on some Hindu rulers. Early medieval focus on some Hindu rulers like Pratiharas, Palas, Rashtrakutas, and Rajput rulers. Now we'll discuss about late medieval period. In late medieval period, this history focus on Turks, Afghans and the Mughals, whichever foreign rulers came to India and after they settled in our country. After that, now we are going to take our next point, changing name of India. Dear student, you also know that our country is known by many another name also. You know that Hindustan, India, Bharat, Bharatvarsha and Jambudvipa. If we talk about Bharatvarsha and Jambudvipa, it is the ancient name of India. And during British Raj, that Hindustan came to used commonly. Hindustan came to use by that type of Hindu religion because most of the people of this country belong to Hindu religion. So this country's name is mentioned as Hindustan. It's about changing names of India. After that, now we are going to take our next point, major historical developments. Dear students, after ancient history, after ancient time in medieval period, many types of changes take place because before medieval history, medieval time, people don't know about anything religious, cultural, social, political. They don't know anything else about that thing because they are commonly living their life. They collect their food and start to eat, and after that simply they live their life like animals. After that they start to live in a social socialism, start to live in socialism types of a culture, and after that they start political type, social, cultural, and many type of changes take place in medieval period. We can say that the coming of the Muslims led to the growth of mixed culture. Major historical developments, first point is this: the coming of the Muslims led to the growth of a mixed culture. In medieval period, whenever Muslims came to India, then growth of a mixed culture is being seen in our country, because Hindus are already there in our country and Muslims also came. Muslims when came already we discussed at first in late medieval period. Then now Hindus plus Muslims, then growth of a mixed culture. Now not a common culture is being there. Now we can see mixed culture. Now second point, it was during the Mughal period that India gained a political stability. All that type of mixed culture and changes take place during the which time? Mughal period. So because of that India gained a political stability. Before that only Hindus rulers are there, like we already discussed in early medieval period: Palas, Pratiharas, Rashtrakutas and Rajputas. After coming to Mughal, that's political stability also came there. And point third, people from different parts of the world started to interact with each other. Because of that, because of political stability, when Mughal comes to India, then other countries persons, other foreigners, foreign travelers also came to India for interacting with each other, interacting with Indian merchants, Indian businessmen for business purpose and trading purpose. Now, point last, Islam spread in India during medieval period. Dear student, this is the most and important point. Islam spread in India during medieval period. Before medieval period, there is no Islam religion in India, but starting of the 8th century, that medieval period is also start, and Islam religion is also going to spread in our country. This all about medieval period, division of medieval period, changing name of India, major historical developments. Now we will discuss about sources of medieval period. Sources means that type of things which we describe that's a source of a medieval period, like any archaeological source or literary source. Sources of medieval period can be grouped into two parts: archaeological sources and literary sources. At first, if we are going to discuss about archaeological sources, then many types of archaeological sources are also there, like chronicles, paintings, monuments, coins, inscriptions. That all the part of the inscriptions, which in archaeological sources. If we talk about archaeological sources, then monuments. At first we talk about monuments. Monuments means many type of palaces like forts, mosques, temples, water reservoir. Many type of things are being there in monuments. After monuments, paintings. If we paintings and many type of other paintings are also available, like paintings based on their food habits and like hunting. Many types of paintings are also available. Third is about coins. Coins means in this time period coins are also going to be uh, established on that coins. That time period is also mentioned about the rulers ran. After that, now we talk about inscriptions. Inscriptions from the kings. Inscriptions from the king's life tells us about the life of the king, which monuments made by kings and many other information about kings also we can collect by inscriptions. After that, our second point I write here. Literary sources. If we are going to talk about literary sources, then our first literary source is chronicles. Chronicles, many chronicles are also there on that time period. Raj Tarangini, Tariq-e Firozshahi, Tariq-e Ferishta, Khazanul Futuh, Tughlaqnama, and many other chronicles are also there. After that, biographies and autobiographies. Dear students, you know already about biographies and autobiographies. Biographies means a life history of a person, and autobiographies mean when a person write about his self life history. That's known as autobiographies. Then many type of biographies and autobiographies are also found as a literary sources of medieval period. After that, now we will talk about travelogue. Dear student, I want to explain about travelogue. Travelogue is such a type of written inscription on that a traveler mentioned about a place whenever he came to visit that place, then what he watched on that time, all that thing is mentioned in travelogues. Dear students, now once again we are going to revise the complete whole chapter, the medieval period. I already told you we already studied about ancient history in class 6th. This is medieval history. Now you are studying in class 7, and modern history you will study in class 8. So now we are going with the medieval world. Medieval world. Then we talk about medieval period. Medieval period is from 8th to 18th century. If anyone asks you what's the medieval period timing, then you can say that easily 8th century to 18th century. After that, medieval period is also divided into two time period: early medieval period and late medieval period. If you want to remember, then you can remember about that. In early medieval period, many Hindu rulers are there: Paras, Pratikharas, Rashtrakutas, Rajputas. And if we talk about late medieval period, then you can easily say that Turk, Afghans and Mughals. Changing name of India, many another name are also about India, like Jambudipa, Bharatvarsha, India, Hindustan. After that, major historical developments, many type of historical developments take place during this time period. The coming of the Muslims is the main significance of growth of a mixed culture. Because of that mixed culture, we can see in medieval world. After that, it was during the Mughal period, so political stability is also there. Third point, people from different parts of world are also came to here. for business purpose and trading. Last point, Islam spread in this country during medieval period. It's all about that part. After that, now we discuss about sources of medieval period. Again, I remind you, sources of medieval period can be grouped into two parts: archaeological sources and literary sources. If we talk about archaeological sources, then many archaeological sources are there. Like I already mentioned here, monuments, paintings, coins, inscription. Monuments means buildings, whatever buildings made by kings or anyone else in medieval world, like palaces, mosques, temples, or anything else. Paintings, many types of paintings are also there, belong to medieval period, like food habits or anything else. After that, coins, many type of coins are also going to print on that time about a king's reign. Timing is also mentioned on that. Inscriptions means about king's life, what he do, from when to when he ruled, in which type of kingdom, all that mentioned in inscriptions. Now we are going to revise literary sources. In literary sources, chronicles, biographies and autobiographies, travelogues, four are there. So we can say that chronicles belong to, like that, the Raj Tarangini and Tariq Firuzshahi and many types of books are there on that, all chronicles mentioned there. Biographies is written by another one, and autobiographies is written by ourselves, and travelogue are written by a traveler during his visit, what he watched in this country, all the things mentioned in travelogues. So many type of archaeological and literary sources are there which represent about the medieval world and medieval period of our country. So dear students, now I am going to finish our class with this literary sources and archaeological sources. In next class, we will discuss about question and answer. Thanks.